So the trailer for this movie was giving me 10 Cloverfield Lane vibes. Because you know, it was claustrophobic, it was that psychological horror type of thing. They both star a guy named John. And for those of you who remember, 10 Cloverfield Lane was my #1 favorite movie of 2016. So I went into this movie going, alright, you know, this movie might be cool. And this movie scared the hell out of me more than 10 Cloverfield Lane ever did. So A Quiet Place is a straight up horror movie that stars and is directed by John Krasinski. Yeah, Jim from The Office, directing movies now. It takes place in the near future. Again, how many movies take place in the near future these days? But aliens have come down and wiped out most of humanity, and the few people remaining have to survive by not making a sound, because that's how they're gonna get you. As the tagline says, if they hear you, they can hunt you. So it focuses on this one family. John Krasinski is the father, and he's married to Emily Blunt in real life and in the movie, and it's just them trying to survive for an hour-and-a-half long movie. And so here we go. I'm fidgeting as I'm speaking of this movie because it really scared the hell out of me. As I've said before, I don't have a lot of experience with horror movies. I like the alien movies, the good ones anyway. I mean, It was fantastic. But this movie, holy shit, I don't know if I want to see this movie again. This movie hit a few pressure points for me. I mean, the acting I thought was really good all around. This family being the only 4 characters really in the movie. John Krasinski is really good. You know, he feels like he has to be the role model, the man, you know, the one who's going to protect his family. But deep down, he's just as scared as everyone else. Same thing with Emily Blunt. She wants to protect the family too, but she's more obviously scared than John Krasinski is. I thought the kids were pretty good. They don't like stand out in my mind as, oh, they're gonna be an example I think of when I think of great kid actors. But they were a hell of a lot better than those kids in A Wrinkle in Time. Not that that's saying much, but you know. Point is, the acting was great. But again, I gotta give it up for the environment. It was very claustrophobic, like 10 Cloverfield Lane was, kind of. I mean, 10 Cloverfield Lane, you're inside this bunker the entire time. In this movie, you are outside a lot, but there is still that fear of, oh my god, what is out there? I don't know. And given the premise of the movie, you just don't want this family to make a sound when they are susceptible to danger. I mean, every little creak that they could possibly make when they take a step, you're just like, ooh, don't make a sound. No, it's too loud. Fuck. It reminds me of the premise of that movie Don't Breathe. I never saw it, but I know the premise. Or like the old guy is blind, but if he hears you, you're screwed. Same kind of thing here, except it's these vicious alien things. I'm not going to show you a picture of the aliens here because you don't really see them in the trailer, so why should I spoil that here? I'm not going to do that. I will say though, the aliens in this movie look really cool. I just love how they're designed. They look awesome. But the aliens weren't even the scariest part of the movie, at least to me, nor was the fact that they had to stay quiet the entire time. It's the fact that, alright, well, I'm gonna give away one scene in the movie. It has really nothing to do with the overall plot, but I just gotta talk about this one scene. There's a scene where Emily Blunt is going up the stairs and her dress is snagged on like a nail or something. She gets the dress off and this nail is just left sticking up from the, you know, one of the stairs. So you just know that in the back of your mind that she's going to step on that nail later on and scream in pain and it's really gonna hurt. It's that kind of stuff that really gets in my head, the fact that she will step on it and you can feel it. I was just sitting there in my seat all like, oh god, no, don't step on it, no. Those kinds of nail-biting situations were scattered throughout the movie and it really got in my head. I don't like that shit. Which means the movie succeeded in what it set out to do, at least to me. I mean, the movie's only 90 minutes long, which is actually a really good runtime for this, because it's a very simple premise. Family needs to stay quiet to survive, and here's what they do. That's the movie, really. You don't want to make a movie like this too complex, you know? The music was done by Marco Beltrami, who did the music for Logan, and in a movie like this, where there is just not going to be a lot of dialogue, that gives the composer an opportunity to really shine. And if you ask my opinion, he didn't really shine. The music was nice, it fit into the movie. There's some really cool piano dissonance, where like it sounds out of tune. I thought that really fit in this movie. But if you ask me, I couldn't really hear any melodic theme. The score could really have benefited from having melodic theme like 10 Cloverfield Lane did. But I get that this movie's not trying to be like 10 Cloverfield Lane. And I hate to keep comparing the two, but I don't know, the trailer for this one just reminded me of that movie. Guys, in the end, I know this is a short review, but that's because there is not much to this movie. If you like horror movies that'll make you squirm, this is your movie. So I'm gonna give my rating based on that. So I will say, go see this movie while it's in theaters. If you don't mind genuinely scary horror, that is. If that's not your thing, not your movie. So A Quiet Place, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.